Meteorologist Pete Mangione with the severe weather alert. We are in a flood warning for at least the next 45 minutes. Now, most of the rain, at least the heavy rain, has actually stopped. However, still a lot of water on the roads. You combine that with some of the snow melt, and it's still pretty sloppy out there. And some of those roads and intersections are impassable. I encountered one earlier this morning on my way into work. So just remember, turn around and go a different way if you're not sure how deep that water is. Let's check on the latest river warnings. We do have a couple to discuss. Minor flooding is possible for the Patuxent River at Cranston and also the Wood River at Hope Valley. Now, this is a situation where often there's a bit of a lag or a delay, so even after the rain stops, these rivers could keep slowly rising over the next several hours, even into this evening, so we'll keep you updated on that. Live Pinpoint Doppler 12 does show still some showers here. Notice the strip from Providence down to Warwick and Newport, but the general trend is that the heavier rain is starting to move out. We're going to keep a close eye on this heavier downpour right here. Notice some lightning associated with that. That looks like it's going to miss us to the east, but it may clip Cape Cod with some heavier bursts of rain. Look at all the snow to our north and west. Fortunately, we're not going to see that, which could add to some of the problem spots on the roads, but we will see a little bit more rain here, and that is saying a lot because already 1.5 inches. This is just since midnight. This does not take into account what fell yesterday. I'm working on putting together a list where we have the combined rainfall totals from both yesterday and today. I think you're going to be fairly impressed with those numbers. Observe high temperatures this morning, already 62 degrees. That breaks a high temperature record. Yesterday, just before midnight, we also broke a high temperature record, so that's actually 2 record-breaking days in a row. Right now, we're down into the upper 50s, so still pretty mild out there. Providence showing some drops on the lens here, and pretty windy along the south coast, 33 miles an hour in Westerly, 33 Newport, and 35 on Block Island. And a wind advisory continues to be in effect for the rest of the morning for the south coast up through Providence and northern Bristol County, Massachusetts, where some additional gusts of 40 to 50 miles an hour are possible. So just remember, 2 hands on the steering wheel, especially if you're heading over places like the Jamestown or Newport Bridge. So you can see the storm center swirling around. Cold front moving through or just on our doorstep. Behind it, much colder air that will be taking over our area this afternoon and this evening. You could see this warm strip in the 50s from Providence down to Richmond. But look at that 13 in Pittsburgh. This cold air comes rushing in rather rapidly, and that's why we are concerned with the potential for a flash freeze. Notice what these temperatures do. This is around early this morning, around now, upper 50s to low 60s. And then notice the drop. Just after sunset, we're down to around freezing. And then late tonight, 8 or 9 p.m., we're below freezing, even down to the south coast, Newport, Westerly. So everybody has a chance of seeing some icy roads, but especially here in northwest Rhode Island. And it's in northwestern Rhode Island, especially to the north and west of 295, where you could get some below freezing temperatures as early as late this morning. So just keep that in mind. In general, in Providence, around freezing early afternoon and then dropping below freezing late afternoon. You could see 25 with some icy surfaces by 5 p.m. So keep that in mind if you're heading to the Pats game. You could be contending with some pretty slick surfaces, especially on some of the untreated roads. Dress for winter. This is a winter game in Foxborough, even though it's very mild right now. Do not let these temperatures surprise you. 22 around kickoff, 20 by the fourth quarter with clear skies and breezy conditions. 7-day Futurecast shows a cold Sunday on the way with mostly sunny skies, but only in the 20s for high temperatures, staying in the 20s on Monday. And then Wednesday and the Thursday, watching some potential snow. Again, doesn't look like a big storm, but we'll have to keep an eye on that situation to see if that turns into something a bit more serious. But obviously, Julianne, we have our hands full with all the weather going on for today through tonight. I should also point out some dense fog out there just to add to some of that rough travel out there this morning.
Yeah, we've had foggy conditions for the past couple mornings.
Yes, we have.
Thank you, Pete.
Yep.
Heading over to Maine now. A dog is back in the arms of